Hi, this is Dory with Prairie Scraps, and welcome. Today I am working frantically on craft fair items to sell. We have two craft booths this fall in our small area. They're not like super huge, but they are enough to make some extra money. And we're actually fundraising for my son, who is going on a 4-H Japanese exchange trip, hopefully this summer. And he needs quite a bit of cash to get going on that. So that's what I'm doing. And of course, I'm looking for inexpensive ways to make really cute farmhouse type things. And one of the things that I love to do is use chalk couture. I'm not representing them right now. I did last year, but didn't find it profitable and had to stop spending my money because I love it so much. But like I said, it actually makes your pieces look super professional. So we're going to be using actually two prints on this. This one is, the home is actually from the Happy Camper transfer, which they're silk transfers, and then the suite is from the Farm Sweet Farm, and then I'll probably be adding on a little extra thing from the Farm Sweet Farm at the top. I also used the Waverly chalk and ink to paint, and then last time I was at Dollar Tree, I found these trays, and they are a metal tray, so I was pretty excited to find them right up by the register. I was getting those wood craft cutouts, and they happened to have 3 sitting right up by the register, like somebody decided they didn't want it, and I grabbed it, and here we are. I thought they would make some great chalkboard type signs. So I just went ahead and put the chalk paint all over. I started by trying to get around this edge, and that edge was driving me crazy. So then I ended up painting the entire thing and went back with a wet rag and just wiped off to distress the outside edge so it's raised. And then of course after that I went ahead and put wax on it. This is one of the waxes that I am thinking about doing. Usually waxes for the wood, but in this case I didn't want it to take off all my paint when I took my transfers off or anything, and I didn't want my transfers to stick to the tray. So that's what I'm using. I'm also using some of the chalk couture pastes on this, as well as the scrapers to put the chalk paste on there. I will be using some ribbon. I'm not sure I'm going to use this. I guess I didn't get out a new one. We'll take a look at it. And a hot glue gun you're going to need as well, to put the ribbon on it so that it can hang up. And I think that's about it. Oh, I used some spray water to loosen up my paste. The great thing about it is it's water soluble paste. So if it dries up a little, you can add a little water and just get it going again. So I think I'm going to do the suite in the gray. And so I'm just going to start out with this gray and just do the suite. And you just rub it across, get the whole thing covered, and then you wipe it off and can actually put it back in. So this uses very little chalk paint, which is why my chalks are kind of getting dried up, and I've been having to reactivate them by adding water to them, significant amount of water. Usually it's only a little bit, but I've been struggling with it because I haven't used them for about a year. I did my craft fairs last fall using the chalk couture paints, and then set them aside because I was tired of doing it after fairs. And so you can see as we pull that off how nice that looks. And then you want to just put that into a water bath to get that clean. It comes clean right away. And then this home I think I'm going to do in this gray, and I can't remember the name of it. It is Cherry Blossom, it's called. It's a really, I'm sorry, not gray, it's a pink, a really light pink. And I'm sitting by the fire here, so everything's really hot and dry, so I put a little bit of water on there so my chalk paints weren't drying up, and now I see I got it a little too wet on the top. So I'm gonna mix up that Cherry Blossom chalk paint to do the home. The nice thing is that everything on my board will dry up really quick for me. And just going to use some, oops. The other great thing about it is that because it's water soluble, if you make a mistake, it will you can just wipe it off with a little water, so that's kind of cool. So we're going to do the pink on here, cherry blossom on the home, and then I'm going to lift it and put it underneath. And then any excess, you can put it right back in and reuse it another time. Take those, get a nice even coat. This is a screen print, so it's solid. It's not like using a stencil, and you don't have to do any hard punching on it either. It's kind of like, and everything looks really super professional when you get it done. I like this so much better than stencils. I'm not saying stencils are bad, but it's so nice to just put these on and they come right off and look just gorgeous. There it is. That's exciting. So it says home. I was trying to use, put this down here. I always think laying it down is the most difficult part, because I want it to look really nice and straight, and I struggle with that. Anyway, you just want to get the lumps out. It doesn't matter if this little corner isn't down all the way, because that's the green area. The green area does not print. It's just you don't want any bubbles around the letters. So I'm going to get some more of that cherry blossom on there and do this. I am almost out of my, I'm worried, my white chalk paint. And I don't want to order any, because I know that once the holiday season is over, I probably won't be doing much chalking for a while. So anyway, I'm worried about getting too much on stock and opening up a new one, so I'm trying to make it last. And I thought this really light cherry blossom might be close enough to white to use it. So there we go. And I'll pull from this side. There you go. Okay, so that's going into the water to get rinsed off right away. And then when you're letting them dry, you want to let them dry. The transfers, once you wash them off just with plain water, you want to let them dry with the sticky side up until they're completely dry, and then put the backing back on it. So let's see. This little set had like a little milk can I really like. And let's see. Oh, it did have some little greens too. And a rooster. And then a lantern.